Hello and welcome to Buddha and the Coach, a vlog powered by Solid Performance Academy. I am your host, Dan Mickle. The Buddha and the Coach is a vlog focused on the teachings of the Buddha in a coaching light. And the Buddha and the Coach is proud to be sponsored by ICN Athletics. It's called Normal Athletics. And ICN Athletics makes the extraordinary ordinary through adaptive beach volleyball. Everyone should have the opportunity to enjoy and excel at this sport, and ICN offers the programs and the education to make it normal for adaptive athletes to play on any court. Help us make beach volleyball court a place for everybody. For more information or to make a donation to the 501c3 nonprofit organization, please visit icnathletics.com. Thank you, and we'll see you in the sand. And I just want to give a big shout out to John and Dave, two great guys doing great work with It's Called Normal Athletics. Make sure you check them out at icnathletics.com. And welcome to the very first Buddha and the Coach vlog powered by Solid Performance Academy. I've been asked to do more content and more video, and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and then this concept kind of hit me of looking at the teachings of the Buddha, but kind of focusing it on how we can use those teachings in the coaching world and really just shining a light of the Buddha teachings onto the way we coach and interact with our athletes and our students and our performers or whatever activity you may be doing. So to kick it off, we are starting with lesson 1, and this lesson from the Buddha is pretty simple, and you've probably heard it before. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. Now, when I originally read this and started to think about how I would present this, it seemed pretty simple, right? What the Buddha is saying is, if you're going to do something, you should have your heart into it. You should be invested into it. You should want to do it. And that seems perfectly fine on the surface, but as I started to dig a little bit deeper and think a little bit longer about this, I think there's actually a deeper meaning that the Buddha may be talking about here. And what I mean is the fact that maybe we don't need to do it with all your heart in the sense of making sure that we have 100% buy-in, but maybe what he's talking about is we need to do it with our entire heart, meaning we need to be vulnerable. We need to be open as coaches and try new things or learn new things or think out of the box. Maybe add new skills or new methods or ways that we train, things that make us as coaches uncomfortable. Because we know that when we are uncomfortable, that means that's where the learning is happening and that's where the change is happening. And I think we take this teaching a little bit too much on face value of it means I just need to make sure I'm totally invested and I'm going for it. And we really need to look like just showing up and doing it and saying that you want to do it isn't enough. Are you willing to let your team or your players grow and try things that may be frustrating? Maybe they're not getting things done that you normally want them to, but it's because they're growing and they're learning, and it's frustrating to you because you have a very pinpointed path and direction that you want this team to go. So we have to be willing to let our teams grow, and what that happens is that lets us as coaches grow. Do you coach the same way that you did 5 years ago? And if your answer is yes, then maybe you're not coaching with all of your heart. You're guarded and you're keeping things exactly the same because maybe you do have some success. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes we latch onto that success and we don't want to change things because it has been working. But then what we find out happens is times do change and we're not changing with it. Next thing you know, as coaches, we are outdated. We're getting replaced. We're no longer getting the job done. It's because we were probably guarded and shielding and not being open and not being vulnerable to different ideas and thoughts. And that was a hard lesson for me. Years ago, I thought I had the plan. This is how we're going to train. And all it took was one great student to say to me, look, I think we could do better if we tried it this way. And it was hard for me as a coach because I was sure my way would work. It was ugly for a while, but in the long run, he was right. And I changed because of it. Whether you're taking cues from your students or the community or your administration or other coaches, it's okay to be open. You're going to get hurt sometimes. You're going to open up, and everything that you thought bad would happen might happen. But again, it's worth it. It's worth putting yourself out there and thinking that you can grow as a coach if you just give it the chance. Get out of your comfort zone. Try something new this season. That's my challenge for you. Try something that you haven't, or that you've been resistant to trying because you were afraid of being vulnerable. You were afraid of what the team might think or the community might think. Think outside the box a little bit this season. So there we have it. Lesson 1 of the Buddha. If anything is worth doing, do it with all of your heart. I hope you enjoyed this first episode and the many more that will follow weekly. Check out the YouTube channel, Soul Performance Academy on YouTube, and you can visit us across all other social media platforms at 717Soul. And if you want to reach me directly, all my social media is at RealDanMickle, or you can go to danmickle.com. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts down below this video. Let's get our community talking and chatting about this, and let's see how we can shine the light of the Buddha on the coaching world and what changes we can make. Until next time, don't suck, and hopefully see you around on the courts.